Hello again, and welcome back to the Gentle Machine. This is a place where technology is allowed to be quiet. Where it doesn't need to impress or rush or explain itself all at once. Here we can stay with how things work without needing to keep everything in mind. You're free to follow the details or let them drift past. You can hold on to an idea or release it as soon as it arrives. Whenever you're ready, we can begin. Most machines do not need to be busy all the time. They do not benefit from constant activity, and there is no reward for their endless effort. Machines are designed to do work when it is needed and to do less when it is not. Just to find a state of quiet equilibrium. This is the goal, a gentle state of readiness. And this is what power saving really is. Gentle retreat into stillness, not a sign of limitation or an apology for needing rest. Not fatigue, not surrender, but a choice. An intentional, designed state of being. Machines do not get tired. Their desire is only to fulfill their function. But energy always has a cost. Every calculation, every spin, every illumination, each is a small expense. Movement leaves traces. It creates heat. It's a byproduct of effort escaping into the air. That gentle warmth that you can feel on the surface of a device is the memory of work still lingering. Activity also becomes a sound. The soft hum of a fan, the quiet click of a disc. This quiet noise is the machine's voice speaking of its effort, the sound of work being done. And because effort always leaves a mark, technology is often designed to value stillness for preservation. So, systems are built with an understanding that doing nothing can be the most stable state, the most efficient state, the state that promises the longest life. The most gentle state. Power saving begins quietly. There is no ceremony. It is a private transition happening within. An instruction whispered from one component to another, Then a screen dims, the light softens, the colours become less demanding. The bright window to its world becomes a calm surface. The surface becomes a quiet, dark mirror. A processor slows, its rhythm changes. The internal clock, which beats billions of times a second, slows. The frantic pace of thought becomes a steady pulse. From the machine's perspective, this is a different quality of being. The rush of data fades to a soft, ambient hum. The pressure of constant requests recedes like a wave from the shore. There is a coolness, a smoothness in the flow of logic, a sense of vast open space within its own architecture. The pathways are clear, but not travelled. The digital quietness is not silence, but peace. A state of pure potential. It does not struggle, it simply lets go. It is a deep internal sigh. Calculations, predictions, and possibilities are allowed to fade. Background tasks pause. The small, constant checks for updates. The sorting of files. The endless to-do list is set aside for a while. They all settle into stillness. Nothing announces the change. Nothing needs to. The machine is still present. Just less engaged. It has lowered its gaze. It has softened its focus. It is not reaching out, it is simply being. But this is not the same as switching off. Switching off is a departure, a finality, an ending. An off machine is unavailable. It is an absent object. Think of a house at night. Its lights are off, but a family sleeps inside. An off machine is an empty house, cold and unresponsive. Its potential is dormant and unreachable. A resting machine is ready. It is poised, holding potential. It holds a promise of return. Power saving is the space between the two, the gentle threshold between doing and waiting. Phones and laptops do this naturally. It is part of their fundamental rhythm. A cycle of engagement and release. When they are not touched, they relax. They stop refreshing screens, 60 times a second. The image becomes still, like it's frozen in time. They stop checking for changes that are unlikely to arrive. They trust that the world can wait. They release their attention from the constant stream of data. The flow of information slows from a river to a gentle stream. They remain capable and simply wait. Many household machines do the same. They have their own quiet lives, their own cycles of work and rest. Their work is not continuous, it is cyclical, a period of action followed by a period of quiet. A washing machine rests between cycles. Its motor is still. Its drum is quiet. It holds the clothes in the quiet dark, waiting for the next instruction. The refrigerator cools, then pauses. Its compressor falls silent, having done its work. Its goal is consistency, not constant effort. A coffee maker, its work done, keeps the pot warm with tiny pulses of energy. A television sitting in the dark shows a single tiny light. The promise that it is still there, waiting for you. The thermostat spends most of its time doing nothing at all. It watches, it measures, it waits for a reason to act. The most patient of machines. For these machines, silence is normal. Activity is brief. Vast networks of machines, unseen, unheard. They respond to the rhythms of human life. The world's digital heartbeat slows as the world sleeps. The great digital ocean recedes from the shore. When demand drops, servers reduce their pace and workloads shift. A quiet, choreographed retreat, a silent ballet of data and processing. Imagine the sound of a great city falling silent at night. This is the feeling inside the network. A million tiny lights dimming in unison across racks and rows. A collective exhalation as the hum of a million fans softens to a whisper. The heat dissipates, a gentle warmth fading into the cool air. The digital city is not abandoned. Its avenues of information are simply resting, calm and clear. It is a landscape of quiet potential, dreaming of the morning traffic, awaiting the first light of a new day of data. Some systems do not power save at all. They are the ones that must remain awake and must respond instantly. Systems that monitor a patient's heart. Systems that guide planes through the sky. The core routers of the internet, which must never falter. Their purpose is defined by perpetual readiness. For them, a moment of rest would be a moment of failure. These systems are built differently. They are built for a single, unending moment of now. They rely on redundancy. If one part falters, another takes its place seamlessly. Power saving is not a rule. It is a decision, a choice made in the design of the system. The wisdom of knowing when not to act. A lesson in sustainability, written in silicon and code. A trade between immediate response and long-term endurance. A balance between action and patience. What remains awake during power saving is important. The core of the machine does not vanish. A small part remains alert, a sentinel. Awareness stays, listening stays. A tiny circuit, using almost no power, waits for a signal. A touch, a sound, a timer reaching zero. The part that never sleeps, the keeper of the promise to return. The ability to respond remains. Everything else quietens. The demanding parts of the system are allowed their peace, a respite from the constant flow of electricity. This is how power-saving systems last, by embracing moments of inactivity. They do not stretch themselves thin or perform without purpose. They practice an economy of motion, a form of grace, an elegance in doing only what is necessary. They conserve their energy for the moments that matter. It is a deliberate act of preservation. It is the patience of a seed lying dormant in the cold earth, holding all the potential of summer within its tiny, perfect shell. It does not struggle against the winter. It does not fight the darkness. It accepts the season of quiet, knowing that its time to grow will come again. Power-saving systems show a profound understanding of cycles. They wait for the moment they are needed, and when that moment arrives, when a touch is felt or a command is heard, they return smoothly, without surprise. A cascade of signals, quiet and precise. Memory flows back into place. The screen brightens, the fan begins its gentle hum, the processor resumes its full pace. It unfolds like a flower opening to the day. A seamless transition from rest to readiness without a pause. Power saving is not absence. It is a system recognizing that nothing important is being missed. That nothing needs to happen right now. It understands that waiting is also a kind of work, a patient observation of the world. It is the wisdom of the tree that drops its leaves in winter, conserving its strength for the coming spring. It is the stillness of a deep lake, reflecting the sky, calm on the surface, with all its potential held within. Modern technology understands this kind of pause. It slows when less is required of it, reduces its activity, and enters a state of readiness without loss. Nothing is wasted in that stillness, and perhaps there is something familiar there. A reminder that being available does not always mean being active. A reminder that rest can be a form of self-care and a way of staying capable without performing. And so the machine settles. It trusts the silence. It finds comfort in the quiet. Present but not insistent. Unconcerned and at peace with its own stillness. Resting until it is needed once more. And that's a perfect place to pause for now. The time has come for us to save power too. Thank you for spending this time here. For meeting the modern world without pressure or expectation. The gentle machine will be with you again soon, whenever you feel like returning. Until then, as always, take care.